Hi guys, welcome. This is Ajibola of the Productivity Mindset Show, and you are welcome to another amazing edition where we get to expound on personal productivity on an intersection of good thinking, due diligence, and note-taking. And just as you've known, on every other edition I get to have a guest, and interestingly I don't have a guest today because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, and wishing you an amazing year. So for us on the show today, it's an amazing opportunity to talk about reflection. In the words of Confucius, we get to learn wisdom in three ways: reflection, imitation, and experience. And he said something profound. He said of these three, he said reflection is the most noble of them, and that's why I want us to tread a noble path. I want us to get to have an amazing time and opportunity to self-reflect, take time to actually think through your own actions, your behaviors, your own decisions, your emotions, how things have been all throughout the year. Yes. For instance, one of the things I got to realize as a result of this show is the fact that apart from the visuals, audio is most important. Yes. So, and that's why I'm trying out to do this outdoor and see if this is really going to work. I noticed the background noise. There are two levels to self-reflection. One is reflecting for regular improvement, and two, reflecting to knowing yourself better. That very time you get to connect with your true self, you get to experience peace, joy, and understanding yourself. And either ways, you get to ask yourself thought-provoking questions. One of the things self-reflection does is that it helps you become self-aware. Self-awareness is very important in this journey. If there's anything I've had to learn this year, self-awareness is very, very important. Now, when I say self-awareness is very important, you ask me why. Self-awareness opens you up to your actions, to your inactions. It opens you to your thoughts. It opens you up to everything that you probably didn't take notice of, and helps you connect better even with your environment. And before you know it, you get to experiment new things. I know the interesting thing, the more you experiment, the better you get. You create room for more improvement. I'll just briefly highlight a couple of reasons why you should self-reflect. I'll highlight some of the reasons why you need to self-reflect. One, it opens you up to stir up emotions. Yes, oftentimes we get to experience a lot of highs and lows. Have you ever noticed that at times you get to sit down and unbox many of these things? You get to chart a new course for yourself. You get to do something better. So self-reflection helps you open up stored up emotions. It helps you unlock so many things you didn't even pay attention to. It helps you improve your communication. I am a living witness to this as a fact, in all honesty. Behind every good, let's not even go to excellent, behind every good or great article or content or piece of content you see out there, trust me, is a clear thinker. A lot of thought processes was involved, and before you know it, you get better for it by reason of consistent practice. So self-reflection would help you communicate better and help your communication skills. Another interesting thing I realized about self-reflection is that it affords you the opportunity to identify trends. Instead of you identify trends way before, instead of being that guy that babe that reacts all of the time, when you see this, you're always reacting. You become proactive. Self-reflection helps you become proactive. And for me, one of the ultimate reasons why you should self-reflect is that it helps you identify what your true desires are. It helps you keep them in check. And when you definitely keep them in check, you know that you're definitely tracking your progress. You get to know what you're doing, you get to know how far you're moving. For me, I believe that you can either write or speak yourself out of confusion. If you feel that you're somehow locked up somewhere, or you feel stuck, or you feel stranded, you might actually need to take some time out to really reflect. You can write yourself out of confusion, you can talk yourself out of confusion. Just ensure that you reflect. In all honesty, self-reflection comes with clarity of goals, clarity of it helps you to be very clear. It comes with focus. So taking notes, recording your thoughts are a very important part of the process of self-reflection. That's why I categorize them all as note-taking. One of the reasons why I would always say that note-taking should be an habit, or a very vital habit, a better habit that you should cultivate in this coming year, is because of these interesting facts. Have you ever wondered why you get amazing ideas at odd times? You know, that time you're about dozing off to sleep, or that time you're not thinking about work. You just get that, you know, that amazing idea that feels like breakthrough. You know, that's one of the reasons why I believe that note-taking should be cultivated as an habit, like as a daily habit, as something you consistently do. So, you know, you're charting a course to reflect daily. Ensure that you reflect daily. You know, when we talk about self-reflection, oftentimes people talk about self-reflection at the end of the year, at the beginning of a year, the beginning of a new quarter, or it's half of a year. You can actually afford yourself the opportunity to periodically do this. I subscribe to a particular option. We have 52 weeks in a year, and every week you can get to sit down to really sit with your thoughts and really think about stuff. But beyond that, you could actually make it easy. You could actually make it easy by breaking down your thoughts into recording your thoughts daily. You know, when you record your thoughts daily, you don't have to start from scratch. When you sit down on Saturday or Sunday to really reflect on what really happened, what you could do better, and make necessary tweaks on your approach. The most important thing you need to self-reflect is to be sincere with yourself. Yes, I mean, you just have to be very sincere with yourself, and then you need an avenue to record your thoughts. Either you subscribe to note-taking apps, or you use the traditional note-taking methods, whereby you get to write down your thoughts, write down what you think, and walk through the process. Okay, interestingly, I'll be sharing some tools with members of the newsletter, the Mayweather newsletter community, that will be beneficial to self-reflection in the coming year. You know, I had to break it down into daily, recording daily, weekly, monthly, and then quarterly and annual plans. And just as I was saying, the most important thing is that you should be genuine, be sincere with yourself. You need to actually find out where exactly you are, or understand where you really want to go, and be intentional about tracking your progress. On a final note, I'm going to end with 3 call to actions as you get to sit down, really think through all of these, and you know, write New Year resolutions for yourself. 1, be kind to yourself. I know a lot of people are working on annual reviews. I wrote an annual review recently as well. And when you get to see what other people did, you get to cringe and be like, oh, I didn't do anything. Be kind to yourself. Your journey is different from that of your friend, not even that of your siblings. We all have different journeys. we're going through different routes. So be kind to yourself, be very, very kind to yourself, identify your wins. No, in as much as you're being kind, you're being genuine as well. Identify where you really need to make progress, where you really need to make changes. I believe that you test things fast. Sometimes we fail fast. Most times we get to fail fast, and the most important thing when we fail is that we make necessary tweaks as fast as possible. Identify where you need to improve, where you really need to work on, so that you can move on as fast as possible. And in doing all of this, it's very, very important that you're kind to yourself. You would not compare, just like a lot of people would say, you wouldn't compare your first chapter to another person's 50th chapter or 1,000th chapter. So take it slowly. Be ambitious with your goals, it's fine, but be kind to yourself. The second call to action I have for you is less distractions. We easily get distracted. We easily get distracted a lot. Try to do it with your phones when you want to do that. Interestingly, I am going to take January off work entirely. I'm going to be without my phones. I'll be sitting with my thoughts in the place of prayer, yes, because I'm a believer. So, but most importantly, I'll be sitting with my thoughts all through the month of January, and I want to do that without distraction. So I won't do with my phones, I won't do with my gadgets, just me and my thoughts. So try and cut out distractions. Try and do what works for you. Most importantly, but ensure that you're doing without distractions. Anything void of distraction, it might just be your room where, that there's no access for others, just you. And interestingly, there's an habit I really want a lot of people to cultivate in this coming year. Learn to disable notifications. Yes, disable notifications. It's distracting. Imagine we're talking now and then my phone is buzzing only for me to check, I have a notification from Twitter or Instagram or WhatsApp. Those things can be distracting, and imagine getting notifications a lot of time. Imagine you have a tweet that actually did blow up and you're in the middle of something. You always have to check your phone. Oh, come on. Just do away with notifications and focus on your work. Be intentional about the time you get to do stuff. We get to do stuff better when we focus and do away with distractions. The last thing I would say has to do with consistency. Yes. The interesting thing, just like every other task, every other skill, every other stuff that you do, self-reflection thrives with consistency. Consistency will always make you win. Whatsoever it is that you're doing, the moment you're consistent, you get to win. If you're consistent with a terrible habit, you become more bad. Before you know it, you're done. And then you can actually get better or worse. You get the gist. So consistency wins as well. Interestingly, most times we get to self-reflect at times whereby we're experiencing extreme emotions. Either you're extremely happy or you're really, really downcast. So instead of doing that, try and make it an habit. Make it something you do every day. Try and self-reflect. If you need help with how you could do that, you could drop me an email, or you could actually join the newsletter tribe, and you will definitely receive all of those tools. But most importantly, we're putting a number of things up for people to work with. We should start February or March, or further details will come. Most importantly, one of the things I've learned to my friends on the internet is the fact that consistency wins. And we believe that writing is a powerful tool. We believe that writing is is a survival skill. So we want to ensure that as many persons as possible join this train, and the easiest way is to ensure that people journal, get people to self-reflect. Before you know it, we are flying together. So consistency is definitely going to win, and the most important thing you can do is actually subscribe to this channel get to see awesome content that we get to share. Interestingly, just like I said, I will be proceeding on a break in January, and so that we don't leave stuff open, I would actually share private conversations that I had with some of my amazing friends earlier during the year. I would definitely put them out and I would share them so that you can learn one thing or the other, 1 week after the other. And I'm sure that you learn awesome stuff. But most importantly, self-reflect, get yourself ready, and let's eat it big this coming year. Once again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for being a part of my journey. And if you are here, if you followed me all the way from Twitter to joining the newsletter, you are the real deal. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of it, and I love you so much. I'll see you next year. Bye bye.